What's up, Job Board fans? Another interview today. Got my buddy Nick Roarty here. He's joining us live from Houston, Texas, but soon to be Spain. So we'll wish him safe travels there. Nick, I ran into Nick at HR Tech a couple weeks ago. Nick, how was the show for you?
Hello, Job Board World.
Mhm.
The show was good. It was the first time I've been there in at least 4 years. With the kind of state of the market, it's been a quiet few years in recruitment, to say the least,
Mhm.
at least in the job board world. And so I wasn't sure exactly what to expect. But overall, good show. A lot of our partners there to meet with, and plenty of AI to go around. Enough
Yeah.
AI for everyone.
Well, Nick is the COO of Employers.io, a new site that we're talking about today, and get him on the show. They got some AI stuff going on there as well. I wanted to touch on, but Nick used to work at Talent.com, also Talroo, so he spent many years in the job board industry, recruiting advertising space, and I've known him for, I don't know, probably like 10 years now, I think.
I've
Um,
actually we've got a little surprise. This is a surprise even to Chris.
yeah.
Let's see if we can, oh, sharing is not. I have a job board secrets article here
Yeah.
that Chris Russell wrote 10 years ago when I was at J2C, and wanted to
Three.
share that. That was my first interaction with you, Chris, and I was extremely proud of it. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm in an online publication. My name, Nick Roarty, is on the internet now." So that was fun. That was back when I was at JDC and just started working on their publisher program.
Nice. Where is my share button? There it is. Yeah, let's take a quick look at this thing. What did I write
This
about?
is a little throwback. This is a 2015. I was maybe 90 days into the job board world. Uh, and it was you posted an article about publisher program reviews, and jobs
Ah.
to careers was not included at the time. And Shelley Mudd, who was the head of revenue or chief revenue officer at JDC, said, "Nick," called me into her office, "you got to get on top of this. Where is JDC in this article?" And so I got your email. I sent it over, and I think that was a nice templated email. But yeah, humble beginnings, and I think the start of our relationship.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 10 years ago, almost to the day.
Oh
Uh,
wow, yeah, yeah,
August
you're right.
24th.
Yeah,
Yeah. So not too bad. All right, man. It's been a lot. It's been, time flies, right? So
yeah, that's right. That's right.
lots happened since that time. And I've been blogging on Job Board Secrets. I think I started in like, I want to say '08, '09, '10, somewhere around there. I think
Okay,
that
yeah, you've got a few more years of experience in marbling on that stake than I do. But
my
yes,
longest running blog at this point or site.
I think you were the first. I think you're the first person I followed in the job board space on LinkedIn and everything when I was trying to figure out what this world was. What did I step into?
Yeah.
And so yeah, been following your work for forever.
All right. Well, let's take a look at employers.io. So let's start with like what is the site and give us a quick history of it. I know you rebranded, I think. So
Sure.
give me some background first.
Yeah, so the business was originally called Local Staffing. I joined about 2 years ago. Local Staffing had really strong competencies in traffic acquisition, particularly like AdWords, Facebook, Bing, and anyone who's operated a job board in the last 10 years can tell you it's gotten really difficult to acquire SEM. There's still some great shops doing it, acquiring at a high scale, but compared to 10 years ago, like we were just saying, there's a lot of less people doing it.
Yep.
And so when I joined here, one of the first initiatives was we had these basically templated job boards, kind of pretty quick and easy, and we wanted something better to send job seekers to present to agency partners. Uh, and so Employers.io was born. We acquired the domain at the end of what are we
Mm.
at the end of 2024, and started working on the site roughly 6 months ago, a little longer.
Okay.
Um,
So it's all custom built.
it's all custom built. Yeah, completely custom built. And really for us, it's a another potentially fool's errand. It's an SEO play in 2025. The Google SERP is extremely crowded now. If you do a search on Google, you're going to, in the recruitment industry, you're going to get Google for Jobs, you're going to get an AI summary, you're going to get some snippets, some else people also ask, and then you'll get some job results, which are largely dominated by Indeed, but there's still some sprinkling of small guys out there, and we want to be in that mix.
Yeah.
Uh,
The domain name, you said you guys acquired that, so was there something on there previously? Did you buy like a used domain?
no, 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 it was owned by another shop or another kind of holder. But no, we acquired their domain. There wasn't, as far as I know, there wasn't anything on there before. So it's a
Hmm.
fresh
Did you
start.
check in
But
on employers.com or something?
oh, we checked in, but I think there's another shop that acquired that recently, actually.
Oh yeah.
I
Let's
think
see who
literally
owns
within
that.
90
Yeah.
days of us, but they're definitely at a bigger scale. I think it's a payroll or
Employers.com. Wow, what is this? It's workers' compensation. Okay.
yeah, it's that one was a little out of our price
Yeah.
range.
Well, it's a business
Uh
owner,
we're
so
a bootstrap startup, so that one was a little too much, and there's a real kind of long-standing business behind that as well. So no,
yeah. And your
not
niche
ready
is, I
for
think,
that.
your niche is blue collar, from what I've learned. So, talk about that a bit.
Sure. Yeah. So by and large, for again, being in this space for a bit, and having the competency around traffic acquisition, the people who click on ads, the people who visit job sites, statistically are much more blue collar folks. So our top keywords and the top keywords of my entire career have been, warehouse, cashier, retail, driver, CDL, nurse. Nurse, not traditionally a blue collar role, but we say pink collar. Uh, but so yeah, that's our focus because that's the job seekers we see online, and we focus on high volume recruitment, and in acquiring those job seekers through largely paid media and now increasingly SEO.
Yep. The site itself, did you have a hand in shaping it in terms of its design or functionality?
Yeah, it is. We're a small team. There's 6 or 7 of us in North America, and so everyone had their own input. It's really our passion project. Is we all it's our baby. We love it. We want it to be the best that it can. And so for sure we all had our inputs, and uh, we come from a group of people who have worked on job boards before, and so it's early days. Don't be too critical. But we really want to make it a great website. We want to make it a good user experience. We want to do simple things like get as many jobs on the site as possible, not just sponsor jobs. So we're partnering with companies like LinkUp to get organic content. We're doing some of our own scraping, and we want to make a simple blue collar job site, which is based on the user behavior we see, what blue collar job seekers want.
Yeah. How many jobs currently do you have on there roughly?
I think there's around 5 million in
5
total, a
million.
mix of sponsored and organic jobs.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about AI a bit because I'm really curious about how AI is going to affect the job board space. And
Yeah.
obviously, Indeed came out with their agents last month with their Career Scout, their Talent Scout for both seeker and employer. You guys have some stuff on here which caught my eye. Is Benjix thing. Yeah, then you got some kind of resume thing over here. But let's talk about Benjix first. So what is this first of all?
Sure. Yeah, Benjix is very beta, but Benjix is our parlay into the AI chatbot space. Yeah, this is probably I'll probably be the one person you ever have on who says, I have no idea what the future of AI in job search is going to look like.
Yeah.
No idea. What Benjix gets us is optionality. It's exploration for us to say if consumer trends change, if job seekers start looking exclusively or in high volume for, a chat-based experience, we want to be prepared. We don't want to be caught with our pants down. We want to say, okay, we've been researching, developing our own, AI equivalent chatbot. The truth, what we're seeing now is job seekers. on the job seeker, on the traffic acquisition side, specifically for blue collars, they still in large part, prefer to go into a search bar and type in warehouse in Houston, Texas.
Hmm.
But as we all know, there's massive amounts of R&D and investment and marketing and everything else going into AI. And so Benjix is our again kind of experiment, and uh, we always follow what the job seekers tell us. So if they start engaging with Benjix a lot, we're going to sink a lot more love into that. And if they focus on the traditional listings, that's where our time and R&D will go.
Yeah. No, I can see something like this being part of every job board in the future. Just some kind of AI assistant here that helps them along. So I typed in like, what can you tell me about getting a job in my local Walmart? And it says I can provide you with details on that, how to apply, what tips, job in Hartford, let's say.
Yeah,
I mean, a cashier job in Hartford. All right, it's thinking.
it's thinking, it's thinking, it's an API endpoint.
There we go. There's some good
Yeah.
opportunities. Yeah, it gives you like a search results, and you can click on those, go right out to the job search page. Okay. Yeah, I think that's something that's going to be, par for the course in the coming years that most job boards are going to have. So, by the way, if you're
It's
a job software vendor watching this, like, give us some AI tools because you are sorely lacking in that area. Talking to you, Smart Job Board, Nice Board, Job Board, all those guys. We need more AI stuff for that. But yeah, what are
it's
you
gonna
gonna say?
be, yeah, we're at the forefront, and with ChatGPT's announcement of their new board, uh we are as much on the front lines and trying to see how this plays out. And really, again, for us, is we follow the job seekers. We follow their trends, what they want. And so if they start telling us this is how they want to interact, then
Yeah.
this is how we're going to interact with job seekers, and maybe the traditional search engine results page becomes a thing of the past.
So are you looking at the queries that people are putting in Benjix?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Oh, we save, yeah, all the data.
give
We
me
are
some
data
examples of what
heads.
they're typing in there. Can you like, is there anything you could tell me? Like, give
Yeah,
us.
so some of the, and this isn't unique to us, uh, but there, again, with our audience, blue collar job seekers, the results are pretty short. Jobs, find me a job,
Hmm,
warehouse job. It's not a our users, the consumers of the website
yep.
are not engaging in long form dialogue with Benjix. They, you know, again, I'll
They're
beat the
very intent
drum until
focused
the
on the,
end.
yeah,
They want a job. They
yeah.
want it fast. They want to see the job as quickly as possible.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you got something else on here, AI humanizer, where you can resume checker. So what's this about?
Yeah, so we first and foremost, we are a traffic acquisition shop, and this AI humanizer, these AI tools around detecting the percentage of or likelihood of AI content in a resume are skyrocketing. So when we look at recruitment related keywords on Google and otherwise, we started to see a lot of keywords of this variety.
Hmm.
Is my resume look AI written? All these are sort of related semantic searches, and we said, okay, clearly people are worried that their resume is sounding too ChatGPT driven. And so the intention and build around this uh, is to make sure that the resume, I think it's an
Sounds natural.
inevitability.
Yeah, make it sound natural.
Exactly. I don't think there's a problem. At least I don't see a problem with using AI tools to enhance and even build your resume. But employers are still hiring people.
Yeah.
And so everyone knows that that post or that CV that it just looks completely chat GBT driven, and everyone kind of groans. We want to give people the opportunity to basically say, okay, this is a little too much AI driven. Why don't you add some of your own personal touch and make this a little more human? And it's just a checker for job seekers to make sure it's not a copy
Yeah.
paste.
And to employers, like they're seeing a lot of the same looking resumes driven by ChatGPT. So as a seeker, like it's probably in your best interest to really make it sound as natural as possible and try and differentiate yourself, from the other folks too. So
It's a huge, yeah, obviously there's ad nauseum to be discussed about it, but this AI uses on behalf of job seekers and the impact on employers is ripe for conversation. Floods of resumes, very similar sounding resumes. What ultimately is that going to lead to? And do employers want it? What do job seekers want?
Yep.
Again, we're following your headlines to figure all that out as well. But it's a lot's coming over the next 6 months, that's for sure about this.
Yep. I clicked in your blog here. What's your content cadence right now? And let's talk about like content marketing here a bit.
We are in your shadow, Chris. We are not the we are not we are not as strong in the blogosphere, but we
But you're putting
it's
more effort into it. I guess that's where I'm going with it.
yeah,
So,
it's actually it's certainly a focus of ours. When we first launched the site, we really were launching content at a pretty regular cadence and even doing some research, some sponsored studies to try to get really to help create domain authority for the website and to offer some thought leadership and to show the market, our partners, hey, we're not just some, we're serious about our intentions and our space in the recruitment industry.
mhm.
And so yeah, we have some pretty fun content on there, and we plan to continue to develop that both from a thought leadership perspective as well as I'll say it again, traffic acquisition. We are backlink crew, and so blogs are still a great way to generate content, interest media, and so we've had some of these picked up by local media news outlets, aggregators, things like that. And so it's important for us and will continue to be important for us.
Nice. Okay. Um, Now you guys are, so let's go to your employer's page. So you're basically you're a job board, but you're essentially a programmatic advertising company for employers. So you sell them traffic. You don't have any job postings on the site, right? You can't just post a job, right?
At this point, we have not gone into the SMB or self-posting e-commerce space.
Mm.
Uh, I've at my previous companies, I've worked and observed on these markets, and the SMB is a very difficult market to serve.
Yeah.
And so when we go into that space, and it is our plan to eventually go into that space, we've got to go with bells and whistles and a long-term commitment. We have a ton of respect for Indeed and Zip and how they've managed to corner that market and increasingly LinkedIn. But for now, we're exclusively serving programmatic agencies. So the Recruitix, Jovio, Appcast, uh, those are our partners. Those are our arms, and we're extremely happy to work with those folks.
Yeah. Will you be
Um,
going direct to employers at all or no?
it's really not at this point. We're pretty lean and mean and bootstrapped, and our focus right now is on building the brand and creating the website.
Yep.
And so we don't want to lose focus of that. The job seekers are priority for this board, and so no intentions to go directly to the employer. Uh, I'm the only sales guy here at the company, and that's a stretch to even call me a sales guy. So we'll let the fine folks at these agencies do what I could never. So
Yeah. Gotcha. Um, so you guys buy like you guys are expert at buying traffic. Like what's working for you today? Give me just a sense on how that's going and any change or trends you're seeing in the market from a traffic buying standpoint.
yeah, the hardest thing going on right now is Google never gets cheaper. Uh,
Mhm.
every year Google increases its prices, but our recruitment market is up and down and around, and it's been more down than up coming out of the post-COVID years. There's kind of an incredible growth spurt for as long as I've been in the industry. Almost every single year, the year before, was growth, growth, growth. Every year was better than the last. And then sometime late 2022, 2020, early 2023, the market completely changed. It was really uh, it was really focused on quality and lower volume, and the days of doing huge recruitment budgets were gone. And so what does that mean for us? That means smaller budgets, that means lower CPA goals, and that means it's harder to buy Google because the flywheel of acquiring traffic from Google and then sending those people to the website to join your email alerts to engage with job postings gets more and more difficult. Um, what's working for us is a mix. Google, like everyone else, wants everything to be AI. And so they are really restrictive towards what you can do in ad settings and in targeting job seekers. There's a lot of legislation around that, and in large part for good reason. Uh, but it makes our jobs really tough. And so for us, it's really a varied strategy. But the biggest thing, the biggest tip for the 5 people out there in the world who care about what buying AdWords to job boards is like, uh, is feed Google. Give them the data, give it as fast as possible, and keep it as accurate as possible.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do. We have a ton of different strategies with them, and in aggregate, we can get pretty close to where we were even 5 years ago.
Google for Job, how are you indexing your jobs right now currently with that?
We have got our eye on Google for Jobs very closely. It's a program we're familiar with, one we're intrigued by. Uh, we aren't sending our jobs to Google for Jobs yet, but it is certainly on our agenda. I've seen traffic from Google for Jobs. The intent of the job seeker is incredible. Uh,
It's the best traffic you can get, yeah.
it's the best traffic you can get. It's really amazing. But Google for Jobs is also in kind of an interesting state. Uh, and so they really focus, from what we can tell, which is not fact by any means, Google for Jobs really cares about domain authority. So you used to be able to spin up a new website tomorrow and say, I'm nickjobs.com, Google for Jobs, here's 1,000 jobs.
Yeah.
And Google for Jobs would say, thank you, we're going to display these. Google wants to make sure that the jobs that they're displaying are coming from reputable websites. And so the same things they do to ensure that in SEO, they're increasingly doing that in Google for Jobs. And so where that magic line is for employers IO in traditional SEO metrics, uh, when we feel comfortable that employers IO is very trustworthy in the eyes of Google, that's when we're going to start in the Google for Jobs. We've already started building the feeds. We already started doing some of the legwork behind the scenes. Uh, Man, there's some great thought leaders on Google for Jobs on LinkedIn, and we follow their posts too. But it's going to be a big pursuit in 2026. And Bing for Jobs too. Can't sleep on Bing for Jobs. It's there as well, and it's
Oh, is
also
there a Bing for Jobs? I didn't
there
even.
is a bit. It's not actually called Bing for Jobs.
No, you're calling it.
I'm calling it Bing for Jobs,
Okay.
but I think it's Microsoft. I don't even. We at
Well, I
Talent
know don't they have a LinkedIn connection, don't they? They have LinkedIn jobs on there.
They have a strong pipeline for LinkedIn, which I'm sure is a great a great source for whoever is in charge of media at LinkedIn. Uh, they do have a partnership there, but others can participate as well.
Yeah.
And so it's not as open-ended as the Google program, but again, just like we buy from Google, we buy from Bing as well, and it's a great source of candidates,
Hmm.
and it's a
Yeah.
great source of
Bing is the
applicants.
other white meat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Well, Nick, it's been good catching up, man. Good luck with employers.io. We'll keep an
Thank
eye
you.
on it. Very curious to see how Benjix evolves and or if it does or not. Maybe you
Job
don't
seekers
need it.
vote, and
Yeah, maybe you don't need
we
it. Yeah.
follow them.
But it's interesting. So, all right, well, a lot of stuff to be determined here in terms of AI and job boards. But Nick, again, appreciate it and come back anytime, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Chris.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody.